Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping straight into the price of Vechain. We do see a 6.36% increase in the last 24 hours, right above 7 cents. If we do a quick refresh, we're still seeing basically the same thing. That 0.0718 in the last 24 hours is 6.18% increase. If we take a look at the last week alone, we do see basically a 10% increase across the board, which is a massive increase for Vechain. Obviously, a lot of struggles recently with Vechain and so many other altcoins in the crypto space, so it's great to see this kind of recovery take place. If we take a look at the last month alone, we do see about a 5.84% decrease, so it's not too bad in the last month. However, the last year has had a rough, I guess the last couple of months have been very, very rough, obviously coming all the way down from that all-time high 27.82 cents April 16th at 8 p.m. So we do see the market cap right now at 4.6 billion and the volume in the last 24 hours being at 566.4 million. So we are seeing a lot of movement here in Vechain as we continue to see this price have some volatility. We've seen this in the last couple of days as well. So we're going to kind of discuss the price predictions for the end of the year, the end of the bull market. But before we do so, I do want to talk about all that bullish information that has been coming out regarding Vechain in the market. So let's jump straight into that. Before we do, guys, I will say if you guys would subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on and like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. As we get closer to 100K subscribers, you guys are going to be up to date with altcoins and Vechain every single day, so make sure to, like I said, subscribe to the channel. We're so proud to be a participant in sustainability. Look forward to making more efforts to build a better world. And this is a response to the REC project, talking about we've passed an important milestone. In just 6 months, January through June 2021, we've stopped more than 500,000 kilos of plastic from polluting oceans and rivers. Help spread the word and let's put an end to ocean plastic. So that's definitely a cool thing, cool concept. We've talked about this one before. REC project is definitely a good one, a project that we all support, I'm sure. And I think realistically, this is going to continue to drive Vechain into new and better projects as well, doing bigger things around the world. So let's jump into the next one. So this one talks about the roadmap towards POA 2.0. This is definitely a big one. Here we can see POA on the side or the left side with testnet and mainnet. You can see step 1 going to step 4, mainnet having step 2, step 3, step 5 with VIP 193, VIP 193, and obviously VIP 200, the finality mechanism. And the VIP 93, the VRF based source of randomness in the committee endorsing block producing process as well. We're not going to jump into too much of this, but it does show you a little bit of the roadmap, what's ahead for Vechain and the POA 2.0 roadmap altogether. So let's jump back into another tweet here. This one talks about the San Marino digital COVID certificate, I guess, not vaccination, but we are talking about the certificate here, was showcased by R. Grotolo in the last episode of Codice, hosted by Barbara on the Italian flagship channel RAI1. So great to see national coverage for a project that sets out really to bring real blockchain adoption. And that is exactly what we're seeing here. You guys can definitely watch it if you want. We're not going to jump into it and watch the actual video, but like I said, guys, this is great to see Vechain really continuing to be, out there and for people to see on, television, internet, wherever you go. You should be able to see more about Vechain and the coverage that continues to show that real adoption for blockchain, real use cases and utility. We also see digital COVID certificate and EU green pass. So this kind of clumps together here with digital COVID certificate. San Marino is now considered by Brussels as one of the non-EU countries, technically ready for connection with the Green Pass. So this is definitely a big deal, showing it went through in effect on July 1st throughout the European Union. So we're not going to jump into too much more on that, but we have another Twitter post talking about we've added Vechain. We talked about Vechain when that did come out. Vechain V2 to the Vechain mobile wallet discover section. For more info, please visit their Twitter page and social media channels. Definitely continuing to show support for Vechain. We jump into Vechain. Another tweet from them actually talking about Vechain is pleased to update the community on the latest progress and roadmap towards POA 2.0. And we talked about VIP 193 a little bit, and now on the public testnet, unlocking the next step towards POA 2.0 implementation and a new era of blockchain safety, scalability, and obviously absolute finality at most. So we see new milestone here, talking about the VRF-based source of randomness that we talked about, and they have that roadmap picture right here if you guys want to jump into this and read more about that roadmap and what's coming ahead for Vechain POA 2.0. Like I said, jump into this Medium post here found on the Vechain Foundation Twitter page as well. So if you guys want to follow, and I guess the biggest thing is, remember guys, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing. One of the best ways to do so is jumping on Vechain Foundation's Twitter page and doing your own research to their Twitter, their social media links, obviously their website as well. So if you guys are following them on Twitter, follow me on Twitter as well at CryptoProfitYT. You can also jump into the description of today's video and click that link down below. Jumping into the last thing we're going to take a look at before we talk about prices and where we can see Vechain going in the upcoming months ahead. Vechain Pro Plus Volume 25, the VIP 193, one of the 2 technical proposals included in the POA 2.0 upgrade test network that was just released recently, will lay a solid foundation for the official deployment of the main network in the future. So this is the big deal yet again, seeing huge potential behind Vechain and, just more things coming. And I think it's a big thing to note that, Vechain's been working very, very hard. We haven't seen this much, community effort from Vechain in the past, so it is great to see them really starting to show so much community effort in the social media terms of things, where we see more posts, more information given to the holders, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. I do want to jump into, like I said, those prices now, though. We have a 6.18% increase in the last 24 hours. Still not much movement here just recently, but I do expect more volatility to come into play as we see Bitcoin crossing that 34K mark, or very close to that 34K mark, as we had a nice increase to 34K July 24th at 7:15 a.m. this morning. Just continuing to show great movement in the crypto market as we, like I said, still see some volatility taking place and maybe a little bit of a level off here for just a little bit for some of these coins. So like I said, Vechain doing very, very well. If we look at the last week alone, about a 10% increase, and I think we have a chance to continue this increase. Obviously, manipulation FUD has been taking place in the last couple of months, but now we are seeing a good look of recoverability here, I guess, if that's a term or if that's a word at all. I do think we are having a good look at recovery for a lot of different altcoins, Vechain being one of them. And I think by the end of the year, we could easily see Vechain pushing closer to its previous all-time high. We've talked about this before, pushing around that 28-cent point or price point by the end of the year specifically is definitely within reach. I think we actually might go farther than that and see a 30 to 50 cent price point by the end of the year at the very least. And then hopefully by the end of the bull market, part 2, when that does start up, it does depend obviously on how long that lasts and when it does start up. Nobody knows exactly on when that may happen. I specifically believe by the end of September, we will be back into that bull market. But, realistically, by the end of September, if we are starting to push by then, by the end of bull market part 2, depending on how long it lasts, I do see us having a possibility, a conservative price prediction right around that $1 to $2 price point. I think that's within range. And, obviously the utility, the use cases that are involved with Vechain that is, insane and massive. And I think that's exactly why we're going to see this coin and project do very, very well in the upcoming months and years ahead, obviously during these bull market phases as well. So we're going to keep you guys up to date with altcoins, obviously, regarding Vechain, as well as Cardano, as well as Theta, as well as so many other altcoins across the channel, like I said. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again.